Hey, welcome back everyone. Alright, so I've been talking about it and it's finally time to do a little extra on the marbling. So the other day I went ahead and did a orange little marble here, and I wanted to do a Cowboys pole. So I kind of played around with this once before. I did one for a brother-in-law. It was for OU Sooners. So I wanted to try to do a video to show you something a little different. It kind of does like a ghost effect, holographic design on there. And basically all we're going to do, the marbling's already done, it's all dry. And we're going to go ahead and put another coat of the epoxy finish on there. And then we're going to do, I'm going to use white to do Cowboys across it, and then and we're going to do it real thin so it won't spread much, but it'll give it a little, like I say, kind of ghostly. It'll spread a little bit, and I don't know, it's kind of neat, something different. So not sure if you guys have seen this out or if anybody else has done this, but I figured I'd give it a shot, give you something to look at, maybe give you some ideas. And I don't know, I'm always playing with stuff, trying to come up with different things. Get this stirred up a little bit. I already did my epoxy. I've got it laid out here so we can kind of speed this up a little bit, because that's pretty much all we're going to do. We're just going to do one layer of the clear, and then we're just going to do the writing. So here we go. Get this mixed up. Alright, looks good. Alright, now we're just going to brush this on good and thick. Put that under it just in case. And I've done a few poles. I know this ain't going to be about the epoxy itself, but I'm using the flex coat. You've probably seen my last one of my videos, I think it was just a couple videos back, about the difference between the flex coat and the pro coat. And I've actually done a few poles now with this flex coat, and I love it. It's been so much better. I haven't had any issues. This rod here, I've actually done a lot better on the bubbles that I was getting in there. And it's basically just taking your time, use that heat to your advantage, but not too much heat, because you can overdo it. Basically just cooking it on there. You definitely don't want to do that. I get a good thick layer on this, just as if you was going to do the marbling as normal, because you don't want any dry spots on there. My wife told me I didn't need to do this on there because it was going to ruin it, but I'm going to try something different. But I am happy the way it turned out. It's always a gamble on these when you're doing these marbling effects. As soon as I get that, we're ready. Now it does get a little tricky on this, because obviously you're writing a name or whatever it is you want to put on there. So it does get pretty tricky, because you're actually going to have to stop this, do your letters, and then last time I freehanded it and it didn't come out the straightest, obviously. So this round, I'm going to put tape across there to give me a baseline so I can keep a little straighter. Okay. Now for the fun part. All right, like I said, I got a piece of tape that I did here. I just, we're gonna go ahead and stop. Do this real quick, and then we'll let it turn. Oh, that's not what we want. You definitely got to be careful not to do that. And that's not very straight. I'm going to go ahead and let it. So you're going to alternate it. That way you can kind of keep it from getting too crazy on you. I think I can actually work with that. All right. Now I'm going to do mine in white. And I'm just going to do one single color. And you could, you know, kind of like you're doing thread inlays, like that tiger effect or something. I may have to try a pole or a rod and try that. But you could do another layer possibly on top of that of a little bit of marbling and get that bottom layer and do a top layer, because that's basically all we're doing here. Be interesting to try. Just see if it even makes a difference or not. All right. I'll try to do 2 at a time. The C is going to be too big. Now you'll see it when you start doing it right here. I had a spot that kind of flowed on me a little bit, and you're going to see it's not going to be the straightest. It's a little difficult. May just do one letter at a time. I really had to play with it when I did the Sooners one, because it I was trying to do like, I think it was like 3 or 4 before I did it, but it's just, it runs too much. It's a lot better with this Flex Coat high build because it's a little bit thicker. If you were going to use the Pro Coat, just my experience from when I was using that, it's a lot thinner, so it's definitely going to run a lot faster. The thicker you can get it, obviously, the better off you're going to be. The only thing is you're just going to have to watch as you're doing it and make sure it's not running low on you. Yeah, it's running really good in that one spot. Which I can thin that. we'll let that run a couple, and then we'll do another one. Yeah, the C is a little thick. It's definitely something you're going to have to play with, and it's kind of a one-shot deal, because if you go to fix that, you're pretty much going to have to take the whole epoxy coating that you put on there. You're going to have to take it completely off and start completely over. So definitely going to take practice. It's definitely something different, which is what I like. Alright, so that is pretty much it. I don't know how well you can see that, especially it's going to be upside down for you. It's gonna move some, and it's pretty thin on there, so it's, like I said, it's going to be ghostly. Kind of like give that, I say ghostly, it kind of gives a little fade ghost effect to it. But let me know what you think. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Like I said, I'm just trying to, I like to do different things. I'm constantly trying different things. Something that I really haven't seen out there, just to see what we can come up with. And you know, doing these custom rods, you're looking to be something out of the ordinary that's definitely different than what you're going to see anywhere else. That's what you want. You want a one-of-a-kind rod. So I'm definitely going to keep doing anything I can to make it different. So hopefully that'll give you some ideas, even if that's not exactly what you're looking for. Maybe it'll give you some ideas to kind of open up a little bit and broaden it out. So hope that helped you. Keep watching. I'll give you some more tips, some ideas, and hopefully some fishing videos. We got some fishing coming up in the future. Got a tournament. Me and one of my boys are going to Grand. We got our first one. We missed the first tournament. We had too much going on, so we'll try to make it on this one and get you some videos out, and hopefully get some good fish and get some nice ones. But anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Like I always say, have some fun, go catch some fish.